Hi, Dr. Yass here. In this video, I'm going to discuss an issue that was brought up to me by a person I just did a Zoom session with yesterday. We were talking about my new website, livewithoutpains.com, and the content that it provided and the types of information it was providing, a lot of testimonials and information about the Zoom sessions that I provide to help resolve people's pain. And he said he felt that one thing that was lacking was an understanding of the areas that the Yass method can help to resolve pain. He thought that it would be good if I kind of went from what I describe, pain from head to toe, and show roughly what the Yass method would identify and be able to address in resolving symptoms in these areas. So here we go. This is going to be a quick shot concept of the fact that the Yass method can in fact address pain from head to toe. And if you're having pain in any of these areas, the key to resolving that pain is to get a Zoom session scheduled through the website, livewithoutpains.com. So here we go. If we have pain at the neck, you may be told that there's a herniated discus stenosis. I would probably identify that you're having some weakness of the upper back muscles, which are limiting the ability to support the head. As a result of that, the muscles that support the head end up straining and eliciting pain at the neck. The same thing can be said for migraine headaches. Watch out. People are looking for an answer to why you're having migraine headaches. In most cases, it's tension-based due to the muscles straining in the neck, which are having difficulty supporting the head and pulling excessively on its attachment to the skull, leading to the migraine headache. If we're talking about the shoulder, in most cases, the limitation in shoulder motion and function is associated with weakness of the rotator cuff muscles, a strain, not a tear, a strain, which will cause there to be an alteration in the mechanics of the arm bone moving in the shoulder joint, which will limit range of motion, also make it harder to use the arm for function. So along with the rotator cuff, you're probably going to have some shoulder blade stabilizing muscles, which are also weakened. So that's the reason most people are having shoulder region pain. In terms of the mid-back, it's the same concept. Those mid-back muscles are the muscles that help to stabilize the shoulder blade. So shockingly, pain at the mid-back region is associated with shoulder dysfunction, weakness of the muscles involved in shoulder function. So that's going to address those issues. We can move down the arm now to the elbow. The more common areas people are having pain are due to golfer's elbow, which is pain at the inner aspect of the elbow, tennis elbow, which is the outer portion. These are strains of muscles that attach to the elbow that are related to manipulating and grabbing objects. These muscles strain typically associated with weakness of the shoulder and shoulder blade muscles, which are not working properly, so you're ending up squeezing too hard. Instead of just grabbing and manipulating objects, you're squeezing them, and that's why those muscles strain. The same thing can be said for carpal tunnel syndrome. Most people are misdiagnosed for that, and that is because they're having altered sensation in their entire hand. For it to be truly carpal tunnel, you can only have an altered sensation at the thumb, the index finger, the middle finger, and the pinky finger, only on the palm side. That would be the only indication of true carpal tunnel syndrome. And even then, it has nothing to do with stretching the flexor retinaculum. It's just a strain of the forearm muscles, and they're compressing the median nerve. That's carpal tunnel syndrome. Alteration in the hand, of symptom in the hand typically is from a strain of muscles in the front of the neck, compressing all the nerves that go down to the hand. So again, alteration in sensation of the hand is actually resulting from some postural variation due to muscle weaknesses in the upper back. We can then head down to the lower back. Lower back is typically unrelated to herniated disc, stenosis, arthritis. It's usually an imbalance of the muscles in the front of the thigh versus the back of the thigh, or the front of the pelvis versus the back of the pelvis. And as a result, you're ending up with an excessive arching of the lower back. This can cause the low back muscles to strain and elicit pain. So low back pain is typically associated with an imbalance of the muscles of the front of the pelvis and back of the pelvis, and the front of the thigh and the back of the thigh. We head down to the hip area. Pain in the groin is associated with a strained muscle called the sartorius. In the groin area, it is not being referred from the hip joint. That's a fallacy. That is associated with weakness of a muscle on the side of the hip, kind of right over my shoulder here, called the gluteus medius muscle. So that gluteus medius muscle strain could cause pain in the groin, can cause pain in the butt, which is the piriformis muscle. It has nothing to do with sciatica Even sciatica is the result of a muscle, that gluteus medius muscle, causing that gluteus medius muscle straining, causing the piriformis to overwork, and that muscle then strains and impinges on the nerve. So it's a muscular cause creating a neurological symptom. That's sciatica. We move farther down to the knee. If you're having pain around the kneecap, that cannot come from arthritis or bone on bone in the knee joint. That's actually related to an imbalance between the front thigh and back thigh muscle. The quad muscle of the front thigh is over shortened and it's pulling excessively on the kneecap. So resolution of kneecap region pain typically is associated with stretching the quad, strengthening the hamstring. We move down to the ankle. That again is usually some sort of weakness of the hip muscles causing the ankle muscles to work inappropriately. Amazingly, the cause of most ankle pain is actually associated with hip dysfunction. We could get down to alteration of symptoms in the foot. That's oftentimes sciatica, or there's some sort of either the peroneus, the posterior tibialis muscle can refer symptoms down to the foot. If we're talking about the plantar fasciitis concept, that's usually, again, related to the hip muscle, causing the muscles that support the arch to overwork, break down, and cause the plantar fascia to become overstretched, and that's why you elicit pain. So plantar fasciitis is actually associated with, again, weak hip muscles. So that was an incredibly fast review of pain from the head to the toes and how the Yass method would be able to achieve resolution of those symptoms by identifying the cause as being muscular, which it has been shown to be in more than 98% of cases. The best way to get the Yass method, go to my website, livewithoutpains.com, and schedule a Zoom session right on the website. You can schedule the session, pay for the session. The sessions are performed. I'm giving you opportunities to get sessions from 9 in the morning to 8 at night. It should be at a time that's convenient for you, and the Zoom session is being performed in your home, no traveling. There should be a real simple way of getting these symptoms resolved. You just need a chair without wheels and a resistance band, and you could have your pain resolved. That's simple. So hopefully now going forward, beyond all that great information on the website, you now know that the Yass method can resolve pain from the head to the toes. So now all it will take is for you to get that Zoom session scheduled at livewithoutpains.com. Get the Yass method. For now, Dr. Mitchell Yass wishing you a pain-free, fully functional life. Bye-bye for now. Whew.